Today we're installing the Motomounts chin mount to my Bell MX-9 Adventure helmet. Alrighty guys, so what's in the box? So we've opened up the box. There's a nice little card there from Motomounts just saying thanks for ordering. They even write on it, which is quite nice. It says ride safe, Aiden. QR code there, link for all of the instructions for how to fit them. They've got a YouTube video that it links to, as well as written instructions, so everything you need there, as well as some little links to their socials as well, which is at Motomounts. So New Zealand based company. So what else comes in the box? There's the mount itself, which even I don't know if you can quite see that, even has engraved in the side, Motomounts. It's quite a premium little piece of kit, that's quite cool actually. Alcohol pad to clean the surface, and then the rest of your mounting hardware in order to actually mount the DJI, GoPro Insta360, whatever you've got. Personally, I'm DJI. Mount that to the chin mount that's going to go on the front of the Bell MX-9 Adventure. So let's get into it. So first step, alcohol pad. So this will be 75% isopropyl alcohol, most likely. Just says alcohol on the front. So basically just cleaning the area to make sure there's no contaminants. So the glue on the chin mount can have a really good bond onto the helmet itself. So generally you only need to wipe down the actual area that you're gluing it to, but it doesn't hurt to go a little bit bigger in these instances. There we go, alrighty, we're ready to roll. Now, this is a little bit overkill, definitely not necessary, but I've got some adhesive primer or promoter. This is leftover stuff from work that wasn't used. It's not recommended, so to speak, like you don't have to do this by any means. Just the alcohol and the 3M tape is plenty. This is very much overkill, but I've got it, so I'm going to use it. So for the primer, it's very simple. It's got a little glass tube vial inside of here. You crush it and you just shake it, and you'll just see the primer start to fill up the little foam fabric end piece. It's starting to come through now. And you just run over where your mount will be, which we'll just double check where that is. This stuff does leave a residue, so you don't want to go too much bigger of an area like we did with the alcohol wipe. And basically what this does is it just allows for a better chemical bond to between the tape and the plastic in this case. This is very common in the automotive world for weather shields and bonnet protectors, stuff like that. Anything on the outside of the car that essentially is taped on, we generally use promoter. And on cars, when you've got big weather shields doing 100 plus kilometers an hour, it is very necessary. On the front of a bike helmet, where the aero is going to be very minimal with just a small little camera, probably overkill, but I went out of my way to grab one of these and bring it home, so we're putting it on there. So you've got to wait a couple minutes for that to dry and set, and then we can peel off the backing of the 3M tape. And on their YouTube video, they also recommend using a lighter to warm up the adhesive, and that just gets it in a more malleable state so it can bond even better again. So we're going to cover all of our bases, tick all the boxes, so to speak, and make sure this thing is never coming off. Alrighty, so it's been a couple of minutes. We've got the backing off the adhesive for the double-sided tape. Our primer is all dry. So now we'll go ahead and just heat it up ever so lightly with just a lighter. This one's a barbecue lighter because that's all we had. You won't be able to see, but you can just see the surface starting to sweat ever so slightly, and you can get a little bit of a smell of plastic or rubber. So now we're ready to slap her on. Perfect. So firm pressure for as long as you reasonably and comfortably can. 30 odd seconds is probably heaps of time. Being that we've got that primer and everything on there as well, it's probably all ready to go. So I'll put some pressure on this and I'll come back to you in a minute. Alrighty, and here's the final product with it on the helmet. the fit and finish is bloody awesome. It sits on there like perfectly, even with my very ordinary lining up skills. So I'm gonna finally be able to take some POV videos now, which means I can also do the night ride for the back-to-back comparison between the Race Tech upgraded headlight and the factory headlight on the 2023 WR450. So stay tuned for that. Awesome. Big shout out to Motomounts. Go check them out.